that the documentary we watched on like the Mesa.
Okay.
I thought that was really interesting.
Okay.
I think it was the crap test.
Crap test?
Yeah,
Okay.
it helps with like finding reliable sources.
Okay.
Use your time wisely. Plan it out ahead. Don't wait until the last minute. There's a lot of work. So.
Reading the books that were assigned, definitely The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks was the most remarkable book I've ever read. They explain a lot about, life and ethical dilemmas that we run into, and just things that I've never even kind of thought of or experienced, and it was kind of eye-opening.
Awesome.
The most useful thing, I think, is probably being able to communicate to people over different mediums. Like, it was first term, it was paper and speaking, and then it was PowerPoint, and then it was movies, and I thought the movies were really cool. They were a lot of fun to do.
Awesome.
It definitely allows you to open your mind and see what you should consider to be ethical or unethical. And
Totally.
I think that is one of the key things about this class that I think that if you're looking to broaden your horizon and like keep your mind open, it's definitely a class you should take.
Awesome.
I really feel like I've improved on communication skills and connecting with everyone. It's been a really great experience. Just as a really neat class, and just pretty much have a friend. It's a great class to just meet someone, just have a great time. Yeah, I guess thinking back to the slime mold was a really fun project, and just kind of growing slime and just seeing what it would do.
Awesome.
Experimenting with that and making black mold pretty much.
I would say actually being able to teach the class during the winter term when we had the free will presentation and we had a discussion. Yeah, I think it went pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Just being able to actually insert myself into a class discussion and use my opinion to further it.
That's good.
The class will probably exceed your expectations, and you'll enjoy it a lot more than you think you will.
That's good.
I guess just for me, like doing happies and crappies, because I usually just despise that because I don't want to share. I'm like nobody really cares. But in this mentor session, I really felt like it was a nice environment. It was a nice way to get out what I was feeling. It was nice.
Good. Actually.
I think all of winter term, because I never really understood things like gender identity. It's not a thing that we go over in like high school and middle school, like any form of education usually, unless you take a class on it. And I never knew a lot of this stuff, and it surprised me, and I really enjoyed learning that. So now I know things I can, should not say, and all of that.
That's good.
Take this class a bit seriously, like winter term. Like fall term, they're gonna go really easy on you, and they're gonna hit you hard winter term. Definitely. And it's gonna be a shock. So focus that winter term.
Totally.
Probably the most remarkable moment for everything, which would be moments actually, would be the fish bowls we've had. Because I really enjoy that, because you can like share ideas, and especially when we have people in the class like Brandon, Mateo, and people who really, no, I'm serious, because they voice their opinions, and that's great, but it really adds a lot of diverse and really controversial content to the conversation, which allows other people to really speak their minds too.
That's awesome.
One of the things I actually didn't like doing in the class initially, but we only did the first quarter, but I found it useful, was figuring out how to like proper way to write a paper. I've wrote papers for a long time, but I mean the whole plagiarism thing, where you have to go out and make sure it's not this type of thing. It was the most obnoxious. I thought it was the most obnoxious, annoying thing to have to do. But realizing its importance, and if I'm actually writing papers for like engineering or just any other class, you're gonna have to do it anyway. So it's a good thing to learn.
That's awesome.
Do things before the due date.
Good.
Yeah.
The most remarkable thing I learned so far was in making the documentary, like how to piece it together and bring in the different moving parts and make it into something cohesive and understandable. And then just the technical aspects of
Yeah.
how to put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when we had the discussion at the very end of reading the book, and we kind of went over what everybody thought of it, because everybody had a very different perspective from what I had and from each other. So that was fun. But tell them to keep a really open mind, not decide that you already knew what was going to happen, and pace yourself and get your work done as you went through the term.
Awesome.
I think probably it's not one particular moment, I think, but when I'm taking other classes, certain aspects of it all like kind of intertwine and they all connect to each other. So, I mean, there's a couple aha moments like that where I've taken my psychology class and we're talking about the brain, which in this class we're talking about like transhumanism and some aspects of that kind of connect together. And then with my graphic design class, that also talks about the ways certain people think, which goes into psychology, and then that goes into this class. Probably the most useful thing I've learned I don't know if it's going to be a certain assignment, but more like, how do I put it? Because I'm super bad at time management, and so taking this class, given a certain amount of time, and we've been given like a lengthy amount of time, and I've been learning how to use that time wisely. I wouldn't say it's effective as of right now, but I can see how I can use that in the future.
Yeah, totally.
Classes. The time management, I think. Use your time wisely.
Okay.
I mean, it's a really interesting class. I've taken a lot of notes on a lot of things I find really interesting, and gosh, I don't know. But definitely take notes, because you're gonna have to use that in future projects to look back on your notes.
Well, I think learning about the diversity of just people and how we looked into transsexuals and their lifestyles, and I thought I had an understanding of what their lifestyle was, but now my mind is expanded a lot, and I feel like I know a lot more about the subject, and I'm more open to other people with different backgrounds, and it's really interesting, and I was happy to learn. Just the last session when we were kind of collaborating before a discussion with people on the same side, the pro side, and I had a few points, and I finally was able to voice one of the points, and that was pretty remarkable for me. Yeah, it was small, but it was a step.
That's good.
Do the assignments right away, because especially this term, Professor Teacher gave us all the assignments in the beginning, and I was gonna do them, and I started, and then I just kind of thought that I had started it, so I just kind of left it to the side, and I can finish it, and here I was a week before everything was due, and I just finished everything this week, so finish them way ahead of time, so you're not stressed, and then that way when you talk about the topics in class, you can just add to it and edit it. And
I think my most remarkable moment was in the fall term, honestly just starting here. I'm an older student, so it had been 6 years since I'd been in a college a school setting, and so just being back in this kind of environment again was really interesting and amazing, and I really liked that. I'd always been a good student, so it was really nice to kind of be back in an environment that I know.
That's awesome.
That I need to work better about managing my time, but also that I can pump out a good paper in a short amount of time. But that's not the best thing to do, that I should always make myself work harder to get it done earlier. Don't think you can slack off. It's important to be here. And I think someone said that you need to take notes, especially in the fall and in the winter when we have the finals. It was total pain to try and make up a study guide when I didn't have those. Yeah, that would have been helpful to me.
Awesome, thank you.
The very first day in the fall when we had to build towers out of spaghetti and marshmallows.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was fun. Not to procrastinate, yeah, definitely not slack off, and to hold on to all of my assignments. Like, make copies and keep them backed up somewhere. Stay engaged, participate, and don't just sit back and, I guess, be a spectator.
I guess I would say the slime mold project, because growing mold was pretty bomb.
Pretty bomb, pretty fun.
I would say that I really learned how to more efficiently, critically think, and that has helped me in a lot of other classes. So.
Oh, that's good.
Don't treat it like a joke, because I feel like a lot of people kind of do that, and I think it's like a lame class, but it's not. You can't just screw around.
Probably when we deeply analyze the Kindertoten, that piece really has a lot of personal meaning. Most likely the bioethics that we studied. A lot of the different dilemmas in that.
Awesome.
Really interesting. Keep up to date on the blog.
Maybe critical thinking.
Okay.
And talk to the professor if you have any question or assignments or stuff.
Okay, that's awesome.
Technology part of life, AI, singularity, and all of that.
Okay.
I feel like it would be the ethical parts of technology again with life, bioethics, what's the limit, where's the limitation, where's the borderline of where things should be stopped.
Okay, awesome.
Just keep up with the class and workload, because if you procrastinate, I did that in winter and I saw what could happen. And keep up with all the work again, up to date, come to class for sure, just to make sure you know what's going on.
I don't know about moment, but the most remarkable thing that's happened is the people I've gotten to know through university studies. It's a pretty small class size, so I liked that I got to know people on a more personal level. Rather than, just going to lecture, sitting and listening to the professor and leaving. I really liked, getting to hear people's opinions and on different subjects and through class discussions.
Totally.
Have a more open mind to people's opinions and perspectives on life. And we did this through class discussions and debates, so it was really interesting to hear what everyone had to say on, various topics, and even though sometimes I didn't agree with what people said, it made me respect their opinions more when they presented it in a respectful manner, and I just really liked getting to know the different, perspectives that everybody has, because they're a lot different from my own.
Awesome.
I would tell them to, if it's Professor Tusher, write a lot and write more than you should expect, right? Because he likes me to write a lot. And like Nicole said, keep up with the blog posts, because you forget about them, they stack up really fast, and you just really need to keep up with all the coursework and actually put an effort into the assignments, because you can't just, half-ass it and get a good grade.
Awesome.
I actually really like the topic of the definition of life and the gender and sexuality.
Oh, awesome. Oh my god, yay.
I actually really like happy and crappy.
Oh, you do? Happies and crappies?
Yeah, because you get to know people. Start homework early, no matter how early it is, just start it.
Just get it done.
Because you always wait until the last moment to do it, and it's just a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.